Well, hello, Freedom Seeker. Welcome back and Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great and fun new year. I got to tell you something about the energy of 2026, and it's not just me that's feeling this. I'm seeing so many people parrot these sentiments, and that is simply that 2025 was like the year of discovery, and everybody's in action mode. I'm in action mode. I'm like, Lindsay's in go mode. Okay. Are you in go mode? I hope so. And if you are, if you're like claiming it, this is my year that I am making an online business and it's going to be profitable. I have two steps you need to take right now to really commit that to your heart and your mind. Number one, make a goal, financial goal. I want to earn blank money per day digitally. My goal is $300 a day. And then I want you to join me in the Freedom Online Business Builders community. And here's why. I'm building a community and it's been so good. It's a small community, but it's a good community. We have people in there who actually get to know each other. Okay. And we're building this together. This is not just like a random Facebook group where nobody talks to each other and nothing's really happening. We are cultivating a community of supportive people all on the same mission of building an online business that pays you while you sleep. Today's message is the proven path to make sales while you sleep. And I have to tell you something. Since I've been in go mode, I have been in this obsessive trance of figuring it out. I don't know how to say that. I'm trying to articulate to you the intensity with which I have been so focused, hyper-focused, almost like autistic level focus. It's intense. I've been so focused and thinking about this that the other day I was driving to town and we have this one section where it goes from like 50 down to 35. I was so deep in thought on this whole subject of building an online business that it hit me all of a sudden. I was still going 50 and a 35. I slammed on my brakes. I was like, oh no, I'm going to get pulled over. Thought, what if the officer would accept that I was deep in thought about building a business? Would he accept that? Luckily, I didn't have to find out. He didn't pull me over. But that's the intensity. And I have been like funnel hacking experts deeper, like it's like recon over here. Okay. Like if I was in the CIA and my job was to go do recon on a person for some sort of operation, that's the mode I'm in. But I'm like looking at all these gurus. I've been studying this for a long time. I've been funnel hacking for a long time. And now what I'm doing is I'm looking at it with a whole new set of eyes. It's not just information I'm collecting. It's like, what is the most efficient path forward? Okay. And that's what we're going to talk about. So stick around to the end because I have a specific step-by-step action plan. It's very basic. Okay. You're going to want to get into the community because we're going to go deeper on all of these things, but it'll give you the clarity you need right now. Plus, I'm going to share with you what I'm talking about when I say efficiency. And now I do want to give you this disclaimer. This is what is true for me. Okay. What's true for you could be different. However, I have a superpower. And that superpower is efficiency. It's why I'm able to walk into a business that is clunky, confused, not profitable, nobody's on the same page, build systems and processes, even though I don't know how to run their business or do their business. Okay, this is a superpower I have. I am an efficiency expert. My brain can take a lot of information and pull out the most efficient and simple solution. And so what you're going to get today is a digestive explanation of that. Now, we only have a few minutes together. That's why I want you to get into the community because we'll have more time to build together. But for the purposes of today, I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version. That's the word I was trying to say. Okay, so let's get started. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to this show on whatever podcast player you prefer and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Hey friend, it's Lindsay. Pause with me for just a second. You're listening to this podcast right now, and maybe you've listened to dozens or hundreds of episodes. Maybe you've just even done all the things. You've bought the courses, bookmarked articles, joined the Facebook groups, all because you know you need reoccurring income. It's something that's been weighing on you for a while. You might have heard me talk about it, the someday dream. Well, we're going to make this the today action. It's time to get moving. And here's the thing. You've got all the information at your fingertips. And the fact of the matter is, you don't need any more information. You're drowning in information. What you really are starving for is clarity. Everybody in the world is teaching you what to build. And YouTube is full of how-tos. But nobody is helping you figure out which one fits your business, your lifestyle, your actual audience. Which model makes sense for you? How do you know if people are going to pay for it? Where do you even start? Those are not questions that another podcast episode can answer. You, my friend, need clarity, and that's what I created for you. It's a free guide. It's called Earn 5K per month on repeat. 5 simple steps that help you figure out what you should build to get that reoccurring income flowing. And it's not just what everybody else is building. It's what makes sense for your business. Because here's the truth. You don't need more information. You need to see your specific path forward. That is clarity. And that's what this guide does. So text the word freedom to 55444 and I will send it straight to you. Again, that's freedom to 55444. It's time to stop listening to all the things and start building. Okay, but definitely keep listening to this one episode, shall we? The point is, the next step is waiting for you in the guide. So take action, get that guide sent to you, and let's build something together. All right, back to the episode. All right, first things first. There is a ton of influencers right now online, well, at least in my space, that are promoting Instagram as the way to make money, or TikTok. Granted, there's no reason why that's bad. That's not bad. It's fine. It works, okay? It definitely works. But then I went down the bunny trail of figuring out how to make it work. And my friends, I'm going to tell you what, it's intense. It is intense. To me, becoming somebody on social media who literally only makes money from social media, like that's your main funnel. Here's the thing. It's like biohacking level. So you know what a biohacker is that person who is like super ultra into health and being healthy. They're called biohackers. And to me, in order to make money and go viral on social media, to be profitable, for me to hit my $300 a day goal, I would need to be like a biohacker obsessed with it. It requires a ton of quantity and quality content. If you're going on Instagram, Facebook is a little easier. You can get a little sloppier on Facebook, but Instagram is, I don't know, it's like the pretty boy space, okay? At least that's the way it seems to me. Here's the reality of my life. I don't have the time for that. I would love to do it. I really enjoy the idea behind it, and it's fun for me to come up with content and test it out. But the amount of time it will take for me to go through that test and that trial and error phase, it will slow me down from just making sales. I need to be making money, right? I want to be. I told you, I'm in go mode. This isn't like a dream and a wish and a let me just experiment. This is like, what is the fastest path to cash? Okay. That's what I'm looking for. So after spending hours, I'm telling you hours, just in the last week, I have spent probably 20 plus hours studying social media and using that as an avenue or a vehicle to make digital sales. I've determined that the bandwidth it requires for me is more than I can commit to. However, I will still show up on social media, but my plan is going to be more focused on just having consistent presence. It's not my main vehicle for making money, okay? And by the way, even the influencers that I'm studying confirmed what I'm going to tell you by the end of this, okay? What's interesting, by the way, when I say I study these people, you know when you were back in school and you knew you had to take a test on something, so you wrote notes, right? You would read, you would write notes, you would process the information, you highlighted things. That's what I'm doing. I have a few select people that I have vetted. In other words, I've looked at the history of how long have they been doing this. I look at how they got started, where did they start to where they are today, what are they doing, are they still active, are they relevant, and what are they selling? Like I said, funnel hacking. It's just something I do. And the people I'm following are saying the same things. And also they're what's really interesting is even though they're saying what I'm about to tell you, they know it's the least popular opinion. And so the majority of their content is still focused on helping people grow on social media. So many people think that social media is the answer for them. Okay. Why? Because it's free. I get it. It's just not the most efficient path. It really isn't. So what is the most efficient path to make sales while you sleep? This is a proven path. Everybody's doing it who's willing to take this risk, because it does require risk. Number one, here's your steps, okay? You're going to pick one clear, painful problem to solve. Now, we have talked a lot about transformation, choosing your topic, picking a pain problem. I mean, you can go look at the episodes. There's a lot for you to figure that out. But that's step one. Step two is you're going to choose a simple product ladder. You don't need to overbuild this. You can start with 2 or 3 simple things. So I actually just recorded it's like a 40-minute video of me mapping this out for myself based on this exact intense undergoing that I've been going. I don't know what else to call it, but I will be dropping that training in the online community on Facebook. So if you want to get access to that and see literally how I do that, product development is one of my specialties. That has actually been something I didn't even realize was one of my specialties until I still really started helping people with it. So you'll learn a lot just by watching me think through that. I have a lot of random things I say that are probably more valuable than I realize. It's kind of like you. I'm sure you have a gift of something that you do that you're really good at that feels like second nature to you. And when people talk to you or ask you about it, how they're blown away, that's how I am with product development. So it's a really valuable training. That's going to be getting dropped this week. Okay, so we're choosing a simple product ladder. Then we're going to step 3, package what you already know. I just told you, you already have the information. You know you do. It's about packaging it, right? You're taking your information and putting it together in a highly valuable way. And there's tons of ways you can do that, okay? Step 4 is build one automated funnel. You don't need a funnel for every product. You need one product ladder that is like a funnel, okay? People go through, boom, 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 and that's it. And you can also skip a lead magnet, by the way. I'm not telling you should never have a lead magnet, because you should. List building is super important. What I am telling you is if you are looking for the most efficient path to make money today, skip the lead magnet, build a product that's a low entry, like $6, $7, $5, something like that. And then have an order bump process. And you could start making money like soon. You got to build the products first. That's the part I'm in. I'm building the products. And that's a little bit of a slowdown. And then step 5 is traffic. Okay, this is the nuts and bolts of this conversation right here. How much time? So we're at 11 minutes. I'm going to share with you some inside information. I'm using Maria Wendt. If you've heard of her, she's on Instagram. She's really fun. Honestly, I have to tell you, she reminds me of Alexis from Schitt's Creek. I think she's like super cute and smiley and like that youthful, bubbly personality that just does so well on Instagram, but also really intelligent. She's super intelligent, so it's fun. Anyway, so I've been following her and studying her, and she's got a lot of really good content on YouTube, by the way. That's where I've really gone deep dive and taken notes and whatnot. My favorite video, which I could probably link here in these show notes for you, is on her marketing plan. She did an hour-long training. And I thought, this is the thing, because everybody's telling you, you can grow your influence on social, or you could be on YouTube, or you could do all these things, whatever it is, or maybe they're telling you what the topic the product is. What they're not telling you is if you don't have a way to sell your stuff, you will not succeed. It's just that simple. You will put so much time and energy into it, and then you will be discouraged. So that's why I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so glad she produced this video. Like, you don't see a lot of people sharing all this information. Well, also, I really appreciated her complete transparency. She said in the beginning, she started out 100% of her profits were coming from Instagram. She's like, I got to the point where I was making, I think she said 6 or 7 figures. I think it was 6 figures off Instagram, and multiple 6 figures. She told herself that she must be making a certain dollar amount. I forgot the exact amount. She says it in the video. Like, yeah, once I got that, then I thought, oh, good. Now I'm eligible to do ads. Somehow she put it in her mind that she had to reach a certain level before she could run ads. And she's like, if I had to start over again, that would be the biggest thing I would do different. She's like, that was the hardest way to go. She admits that social media was the hardest way to go. And even today, she's making like $500,000 a month. Okay. And she says only 25% of her income is coming from Instagram, organic. Okay. 50% of her income is coming from ads. And I'll let you go watch it to find out what the other 25% is. But here's the point. I was like, okay, my brain processed this information. Ads is the most efficient path. That's the takeaway. Okay. Then I started watching other people, and I start seeing the same thing over and over. And I can't name all the names because I've been literally studying multiple people. But at the end of the day, the people who here's what's happening. The people who you see a lot on social media are the people who built their business on social media. And so your brain says, oh, this must be the path that I need to take. But really behind the scenes, they're all running ads. And that's what's actually making them the most money. Okay, that's the reality. Now you know. And so that if that's doable for you, you can do it. Learning how to run ads is very simple. The actual process to running ads is simple. I mean, yeah, there's some testing and there's some experimenting involved. And I told you from the beginning, it's probably higher risk, but you'll also get higher reward. And really, what is the risk of doing social media? If it took you 6 months to 18 months to start making money, and that might be only $100 a month or $600 a month, because you invest so much time and energy. I mean, the amount of time and energy you'd be investing, that's not passive, and nor is it even like you could get a job as a grocery store clerk and make more money than that. You know what I mean? That's not beneficial to you. Maybe you're into for the long game, but that takes a lot of sustainability, and not everybody has the energy for that. Not only that, but if you're like me, you're in let's just get this done mode, right? Okay, so here's what's up. You want to get into that Facebook community because there's going to be people building with you. I hear from a lot of people that they join these huge groups and it's just like a spam fest. This is just not what it is. This is an opportunity for you to literally share what you've learned and learn from other people who are sharing what they learned on the process. So that's what the community is all about. Plus the bonus trainings as I'm building. I'm here to be fully transparent and vulnerable with you and show you what it's like in real time. Mind you, by the way, I'm still running another business. Emily and I are still consulting. We're still building out automations. We're still promoting our CRM. So this isn't like I just have all the time to sit around and do that. That's the biggest thing I saw with Maria. I'm like, yeah, well, she's making oodles of money. Sure, she could spend 2 hours a day just on her content and business management and then play the rest of the day. Good for her. Plus, not only that, she's got like a personal assistant. She tells you all the things that she has, people to go do things for her. And so, I mean, yay, I'm super grateful for her. And I'm happy that she is at that level because now she's willing to share so much for free, right? But I'm not in that position. I have a business to run like many of you, or a job. In your case, you might have a job. So when your time is finite, you are going to want to maximize your return on your effort. That is super powerful. Return on your effort. And that's what this whole episode is about. So you've got the 5 steps. You've got your homework. Get into the Facebook community. You're going to see the training on product development. It's coming out this week. And you're going to set a goal. And I'll tell you one thing I could do better on. My goal right now, I told you, is $300 a day. I am still unclear on how much time it will take me to hit my goal. For sure by the end of the year, but I honestly wonder, semi-curious, if I can do it in 6 months. So if I can, then that'll be an episode of how I did it. Wish me luck. In fact, don't even just wish me luck. Come do it with me. Join me in the community. All right. I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great rest of your week. We have 2 amazing guest episodes coming out this week as well. And then I'll be back here on Monday sharing another nugget.